Alright, YouTube. It's your boy Cloud. You can tell I'm trying something new. It's not how I wanted it to be because I lost the cord that went to my camcorder to the TV, so I can still see myself in this laptop. So I'm using a webcam that I have on my laptop. It's not the best. It's not a 1080. It's a 720, and it's at 30 frames. So it's the best I'm gonna do right now. I'm just testing it, see how it goes. If it's not good, I will switch back. Let's see, okay? Basically, what this video is about is my thoughts on the Call of Duty beta. Now, I waited till the second week because, there are changes. They done some differences, so I might as well waited for the second week to go through. I am 2 days late getting this started because I kind of got busy with rearranging some things, but let's see what I thought. So basically, this is what I liked about Black Ops 4, what I did get to play, what's available compared to the whole game. It's a new Call of Duty. It's a Call of Duty every year. That could be a good thing, can be a bad thing. Now, there's three different companies, and they do change around, so they have 3 years time's worth. So basically, let's see. The hit detection is a good improvement over the World War II's. And with World War II, when they first started their beta, there's a lot of things faulty with it. There was all kinds of things. It did get on the ball afterwards, but I didn't like the maps. There wasn't a map that I liked, but later down the road, one of the maps I did like, it's basically when they dug into the ground and built their own little fortified barracks, to run through. Was it Fireland, something like that, but the other maps I still don't like. Was it Gibraltar, whatever it's called? I still don't like that map. Most of them feel like, they won't be Nuketown still, but it did improve some things, and some things it didn't improve. Basically, when they improved some things and went through some things, the hit detection just got bad, and it just never got fixed. A person could be right in front of you, you're shooting, and it's just not connecting right. And my TV is well. I went from a 14 lag up to a 45, 43. Because I changed from my was a TCL to a Sony, but it still gives me the greatest. And I got everything hardwired. I got a fast modem, so it's just a hit detection. I don't know what it is. They ain't never fixed it. Other things they did, they got a new director, and he really improved things. One thing he got rid of that I didn't like was the limitation. I couldn't load everything. You ran out of steam whenever you ran. He when came in, he took those limitations off. You can run forever, kind of like how Black Ops 4 does. But I mean, just those improvements alone made it a better game. The levels got better. I enjoyed the maps on it. The DLC. I enjoyed the headquarters. Like I said, it was a Battle 4 type experience, and they improved it a little better, especially with their events. They changed out the headquarters, but whatever it is, right now it's Days of Summer, so not for the World War II, but I got kind of used to it now, and I enjoy it, and I rank it higher, I say I put World War II up where Ghosts at, What is he tearing up? And another thing that I did like, in week 2 they got a new map. I'll get into that a little bit later, but the artwork. Black Ops 3 had great artwork with whatever it was, the accolades, the field, they did some great artwork. I always enjoyed that, how they do the shadings and everything. It's Black Ops Triarch always had the best artwork to me out of the series. Now, that's basically where I'm gonna leave it at, where I say with the likes, what I liked. Now with the differences, with the first and second week, basically they improved the one thing that really hurt the most, and it was the long wait time to get the game matches going. When you got in, you had a timer that just counted down like 50 or whatever, just to do a level select. Then it started with an 80 something seconds just to basically get the match started. And the one thing that killed it is if 4 people left, the timer would disappear, and whenever some more people came, the timer would reset back to 80 seconds. And there's times you could just basically wait in there for like 5 minutes, and it was a pain in the butt. So they fixed it. It's better. Now with the maps and things loading up, it can go up to like 25 seconds, 28, but even if people leave, this match going still going on, go ahead and load up. That's one thing. Kudos. That was a pain in the butt. It aggravated the hell out of me. That's both my cats right now. They're tearing up a box. You probably can see in the corner. Now, another thing, the difference is, they added new things. Like in the second week, they had Heist. It's a new game mode, basically. Same thing, kind of like Payday-ish, Battlefield Hardline-ish. Basically, you gotta go to a pay site and steal the money, bring it back to your camp, and then you gotta kill off the characters, Think of it like search and destroy type. That's basically what it is, search and destroy with money. It's a new mode, and I understand. Most of y'all gonna be like, hey, it's a new mode. Something new. Alright. I just hated that if you look on the website, Treyarch and Call of Duty, they say, new mode! And we're like, bro, this is not new. Maybe new for y'all, but I mean, all y'all do is basically fighting and ripping off. Let's talk about the things I hated. What I hated was rat mazes. Basically, you got some decent maps from medium to large, and I just didn't like the maps they did show. I was affiliated. I did like the one that was in Japan. That looks pretty good. Has like an upper, lower level, but it still feels like a rat maze. I mean, it's not basic, like the other maps that I complained about, including World War II, where it's like you either got a left, a middle, or a right, and so you just run into the middle that's like right there close by, and either you're attacking or there's people waiting for you to come into their crosshair. They just waiting for you. That's just a spawn system I hated the most as well, that's hooked up with it. Because you can't go off by yourself to the left or the right, because then you have an issue of the enemy spawning on you if your teammates run away, or not run, but go away from you. That's something that was a pain, they never improved it from Black Ops 2, because Modern Warfare 3 had randomized ones where they just picked like maybe 8 different spawn points, and you just constantly spawn wherever the enemy is furthest away. But people learned about the spawn trap, and so that's one of my favorites because I got a lot of kills in that game. I always got I killed people. Used to cuss me out in that game. So I was like, oh man, every time I spawn, you're killing me, no matter where I come up out of it. Because I always picked the ones that had like 3 or 4 spawn points closest. That was my favorite spots to, run around at. But then Black Ops 2 just made it a bit different, and from there on, Ghosts, and they kept the same type of spawning. I hate it. Forces you to be a team. I'm gonna get a bit more into that, but I hate the rat mazes. They added more turns and windows and stuff to go into, but it's no difference. It's no type of real good coverages, nothing, like Plant Life. You could just like hide into, camouflage yourself into. There's no levels, and there's no depth. It's rat maze. You just running into somebody, or somebody's waiting for you. That's all it is. Because like I said, if you stray away from your team too much, the spawn system is gonna get you, and the enemy's gonna spawn on you. It's a pain in the butt. There's no strategy. Remember the Call of Duties that used to have strategy, the early ones. You had to really think about where you wanted to go. What the levels were made with certain type of aspects for the weapons. But, it's not tactical no more. I mean, yes, it has some arcade. That's the difference between Battlefield and Call of Duty. It was like an arcade version, but it has some strategy and tactics in it. I'll give you a good example. Ghosts. You had that castle level, right? A lot of people hated it, but it was a big level. You had your castle right there. You always knew there was going to be a sniper on that end of the castle. You could either get to him from inside, or you could attempt to go into the view of eye if you're quick enough to get him. He maybe had like a landmine behind him or something, something protecting him. I mean, there's strategy to it, and I understand like these new ones got a little bit of strategy, whatever you want to call it, but it's just a gimmick version. It's not like how it used to be, you know. On the other side of this map, you had 2 points. You had a cottage you could be into with a sniper itself. Behind it's like a burnt area. I don't know what you want to call it, but there's also a sniper that's in the middle of that. But then you had all these hills you could duck into, and I mean, like the maps were very thought out. You know, I really enjoyed that. Warfare, it had their own, in which you had like two buildings. Then you had like a middle that's the alleyway that's like a what you want to call it, a sniper point, like the inside buildings. You could just run a gun with two different levels to it. It wasn't just a run back, you know, because the end you had a sniper, but then in the back it folds out open wide, you know. It has some strategies to it. The levels were very thought out about it, you know. Advanced Warfare tried this, but because how fast it was with the exosuits, it ruined the aspect, you know. You could get to the other side of the map quick as hell. And that's an issue that I have with these new Call of Duties. Even so, people complain about the futuristic, it's too fast paced as well. And this is what Black Ops 4 does. It's even faster than the others. You can get to the other side quickly. I mean, it's another part that we consider, you know, what we wanted away, but they kept it. And I understand you want everything to be a little bit fast paced, you know, but there's a reason to that. Let me get to it. The level's not made up with weapons like, you know, the early Call of Duties. You know, some were made for snipers, some for light machine guns. You know, some with the assault rifles, and then you had your close quarter ones, you know, with the SMGs. But not anymore. I mean, you can literally have any weapon; it doesn't matter. You're gonna get killed regardless. Especially if you run by yourself and you run to the team. I can't stand that. If you just keep running, you about to either see two people or three, you dead. Because once they shoot you, you dead. It don't matter. You know, at least with World War II and the other, like Ghost and before that, you could get shot a couple times still to, you know, run out the way or path behind a building or whatever, and you're good. This, you get shot, you're going to die. Okay? And unless you got like a sniper or a quick SMG with rapid fire on it, you know, because then you can outpower the other guns. There's two different types of rifles. You got your rifles and then assault rifles, but what's the point of them when you got a quick SMG or a sniper with a steady on it? The weapons ain't thought out. Remember when the weapons felt real authentic and the levels were made for them with different types of weapons, you know? Not anymore. I just don't feel it. The biggest issue with COD is it doesn't feel like COD. I mean, out of all things, Treyarch with Black Ops 3 broke on the leaderboards. Remember when it didn't have leaderboards for the longest time? Yeah. For some reason, Treyarch found a way to break more stuff that weren't broken before with Black Ops 4. How do you make a Call of Duty that doesn't feel like Call of Duty at all? This deals with adding stuff that shouldn't really have been added in. It just feels completely different, you know, not for the best. Some people will like it, and this would deal with those who just started out with Call of Duty, like maybe like with Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare or World War II, you know. They weren't the old school they were at the beginning of it, you know. I mean, yeah, basically with the team now, that that's the whole, you're forced to be a team. I can't stand it. I like to be my own self, run and gun, just gun ho. I don't like to be with a team, trying to be strategic, you know. Okay, I have no friends. Or should I say, I don't play with friends online like that, you know. When you got different teammates, they like do their own thing, you know. I don't like to be forced to be acting like a team. I can't stand that for the world. And this is basically what this game focuses on. You have to be a team. Because like I said, if you run by yourself and you run into two or more people, you're going to get killed instantly. Everything feels like a cheap gimmick for you to die now. You know, it's much harder to get kill streaks, score streaks, whatever you want to call it. You just die quicker now. And you remember when in Call of Duty you could run a gun and get like 25 to 30 kills, just like run, just you could take on 3-5 people at the same time, just chop them down, you know. I understand that's not like unrealistic, you know what I'm saying, but Call of Duty, that's what it made it fun, you know what I'm saying. If you had people who didn't know how to really play that well, you could just chop through them. Like I said, this here, you're gonna die, and you're gonna die a lot. Worse than any other Call of Duty, you know. Black Ops 3, you could have it into, you could master the wall run from high up, and you could really chop them down that way. But this way, everything's out. I just can't stand it, And that's the Destiny. It feels like Destiny. You're forced with a team. I can't stand it. Then you have your second abilities, which is basically ripped off of prior kill streaks or prior Call of Duty kill streaks and Battlefield Hardlines. It's cheap. So I understand it's another gimmick to get people to get kills. But at the same time, not only do you have one ability, now you got two abilities. And because they added two abilities, they got rid of the flashbangs and the grenades. You no longer can pick those and just throw it unless you level up. But in doing so, it takes away from your 10 to 10. I'm a little bit more into that as well right now. It's just BS to me. You got the kill streaks, then the items, you can no longer pick. Like, you had your landmines, they did away with a lot of that so they could pick it into like certain items to be kill streaks or should I say second abilities for people. I don't like that. I like, pick my landmines, put it behind me at times, but a lot of the great aspects are missing from the game now because of it. The game rips off other games, like you got your Rainbow Six Siege. That's exactly what this game will feel like. You're forced into a team like I said, Destiny and I can't think of the other game that's out there by Ubisoft. Ubisoft got a certain game like that, and Part 2 is on the way, so it also has a feel to it. This game has an identity crisis. Okay, it's not Call of Duty. It don't know, but it don't know what it want to be. It takes aspects from all types of other games, but not the aesthetic feeling of those games. Like Hardline feels like Hardline, Siege feels like Siege, Black Ops 4 feels like it wants to be everything but Call of Duty. One of the kill streaks that really pissed me off was the dog. Remember when you could have 3 dogs and they used to go out and kill people, or you could pick 3 people that came down from the helicopter? Well, they have 3 people that come out with a helicopter, but it's different. They can only stay in one zone unless you pick them to go out in a different zone. The dog is ass, okay? Half the time he works and half the time he sits behind you scared as hell for some reason. Okay, he won't go out and find people that's close by, he just sits by you. I had enemies in front of me, on the side of me, and the dog just sat there and let me get killed. Even the second week they didn't fix that. The dog is ass. Hopefully they fix that off in the final game, but I'm not happy with it right now. A lot of times you end up picking a battery or those who got, the second abilities that let you kill, instead of like seeing other things, recon and all that, or Mike who may drop down extra ammo or health, whatever you want for them. But some people like it because it's something fresh, but at the same time, us older people who play the older Call of Duty will feel like it's a gimmick. Kill streaks, oh my god. Kill streaks, they upped it more now. It should not take 5 kills to get an RC car, and sometimes it may take 6. And like I said, you will die a lot, so just getting those kill streaks are heavily in it. Like I said, to do those the best, you either got to camp somewhere off by yourself, wait for the enemy to come to you, or you're forced to be a team and just chop them down with the team to get kill streaks. If you go off by your own, don't expect no kill streaks like that unless you just that damn good. And let me tell you, the weapons, how they have it, that's not going to happen. Especially if the other team got a sniper with a steady on, you're going to die. It's like they have modern controllers, but don't. But some who do have those modern controllers will find it's even cheaper to kill with those. The kill streaks is bad. There's no change to the kill streaks. They just kept it like Black Ops 3, and then they took some of the others and put in. I mean, I'm real disappointed how they went about it. I wanted Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, you could upgrade the perks, and the perks get stronger. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to build myself. I want to be rewarded with what I do. Okay, that's what I liked about Modern Warfare 2. Upgrading, building, earning perks, higher perks, But this kill streaks, I can't stand. You got to kill 6 people in a row, sometimes 7. just for a UAV. 550 points. And yes, you can get a attachment or whatever you want. You know, if you get rid of the second ability, that allows you to go ahead and cut that in. Well, it's not even half. You just cut it at like 20%. So with 550 would be, actually it's more like 10, but it would be like 450, 400. But still, it's a pain in the butt regardless if you have it. It's useless, you know what I'm saying? You could use it for a better attachment. Like I said, the 10 for 10 crap. So. It has a huge identity. It doesn't know what it wants to be. The weapons are unbalanced like hell. Okay, the rifles, assault rifles. If you got certain things like you got the attachments that help with headshots better. The people got body armor on, that makes it useless. So you might as well get the AR rounds 1 and 2. And that's basically it with the assault rifles. I did like that they got different attachments for each type. No longer do you have a shotgun class that's a secondary, but like I said, what's the point of a secondary if you got count it out if you keep having more 10 for 10, 10 limited. The weapons unbalanced. All you need is a SMG with quick fire, and all you need is a sniper with both steadies on it. And yes, if you add, well, I'm gonna get to that. But those two weapons are the cheapest. They need to nerf those, and definitely to flinch for the sniper rifle, regardless if it has a steady on it, because that is the cheapest damn thing in the game. Okay, you can go around like you got a motor controller, instance, connect and shoot, go through a whole team that way. I can't stand it. That seems to be my theme. I can't stand it. Where did you talk about that? Now, like I said, with sniper rifle, you can shoot them, and all they need is one bullet left to kill them. But their steadiness, they can easily just turn on you and shoot you, and you're dead. One shot, kill. It makes even SMGs useless against them if they just quickly snap and shoot. The 10 for 10 limitations, like I said, everything counts against you now. Like Black Ops 3, where it was 10 for 10, but you still can get what you wanted. This is not that, okay? You're 10 for 10, you gotta sacrifice a lot, I can't stand limitations for the world. Don't limitate me in the game. If there's a slot, I should be able to fill that slot. Everything, like, it feels like a cheap gimmick just to take away from you. Like, you want a secondary? No, you can't have no secondary because then you'll lose an attachment. And the guns, you want attachments, okay? You need the attachments to kill, like I said, but you gotta sacrifice everything else. Oh, you want an axe? What's that, combat axe? Well, you gotta sacrifice another attachment, or you need to sacrifice one of your wild cards, or your perks. You can't have everything like you wanted to. Especially part 3, you're still even limited, even worse from it. Everything just feels against you in the game. The items, like I said, the flash, they do got flash grenades and Molotovs, but like I said, you have to sacrifice an attachment or 10 for 10 for it, later on in the levels when you get them. You can no longer just equip two of them like in prior ones, and like I said, that takes away from Call of Duty. It's no longer Call of Duty if you do that. Never have they ever done it. Why break something that has never been broken before? You may see like certain things in the maps, like I said, limitations, like, oh, there's a tree here, or there's like some plants. I should be able to camouflage myself into it. I should be able, maybe jump onto the tree. Like, whenever War when you could do that, jump on trees, but you can't do it. It's just decoration. Things that you see that you should be able to jump on, climb onto walls. I mean, the way they jump, you can jump 10 feet, so you should be able to, climb yourself up the, oh man, that includes something else. I hated the bunny hops. You're in close combat, just like World War II, where you could do the dolphin dive for a cheap kill. So they learned about it and got rid of it. You have to have something that's called a bunny hop. You'll see people jumping as soon as they get close to you, because while you're trying to shoot them, you're shooting their feet. You're not getting those quick kills, while for some reason they snap in and hit you in the head. It's easy for them to get an easy kill that way. I can't stand the bunny hops. And I'm saying some prior Call of Duty used to do that, but this is the worst, by far the worst. Whenever I talk about AR rounds, you can't just have AR round 2. If you want AR rounds 2, steady 2, you gotta sacrifice another slot. You got AR rounds 1 and 2 equipped. So like I said, that takes away from another 10 for 10 limitation. Sorry about that. Cheap kills. I hated it. Customization. Once again, you can only like Modern Warfare 3. You got the same characters, except for some reason they say we're gonna get rid of futuristic, so let's get rid of the robot. I'm not sure. Maybe they have more characters in the robot and stuff, and never the robot that camouflaged himself into the background like Predator. Yeah, for some reason he wasn't on it. They have some new characters in the game, but still, I don't want to pick the same ugly ass face everybody else have. You know, this was an issue with World War II. Yes, they had a face for every race and every gender. You know, but I was limited. Yes, they had a lot of clothes and different outfits you can pick and customization, but I want to change the way I look. Why can't you just adopt something like Fallout 4 when I can, adjust my face however I want it? You never when Call of Duty said they were going to do facial recognition with the camera. For some reason they couldn't get that work, or 2K, they saw the results for that and they backed up. We never got it. There's a lot of things they claim they said. You remember Ghosts where they had level kills? Yeah, they had like a nuke on one thing. They also had horde things, like you could get the perk there and send you Michael Myers. You could get a perk and you Predator. That was innovative. I enjoyed that. They never did it again. Level kills, level rewards, they're gone. They never renewed it. I feel like I'm not interacting with the level at all. Customization, I understand there's going to be more outfits and all that, but like I said, I don't want to pick something. And their way to fix it, once again, limitation. You can only pick 2 of the same character. Remember how everybody could pick 5 fire breaks? Yeah, they're not going to allow you to do that. Sometimes you can't even get 2 people to pick one. For some reason, there's times I looked at and the character was crossed off, and I'm like, damn. So you find out there's only one of them there. It don't make sense. Kill camps don't make no sense. I've seen people with more kills, at the same time, multi-kills. I've seen better score streaks, and sometimes they'll pick one person who got 1 kill. They needed to do away with that. I don't get how the system works. It's not how it's supposed to work. Just go back to final kill cam with the last person being killed, okay? Just go back to it. Don't be like World War II. Map limitations I talked about. Activation and Triarch, once again, they didn't do nothing for the fanfare. E3 was just hype because we got boots on the ground. Yeah, that was a big thing with World War II, but now it's a gimmick. The levels filled with, like, the wall run and double jump used to be in it. I think they got rid of it just because they knew this game had so many limitations and they needed fans to stand by it, so. It was a gimmick. There's a lot of gimmicks, they bringing over a battle royal, and I feel the maps may not be as big as like I'm hoping it to be. I feel like it may be like the headquarters, Medal of Honor, map how they did multiplayer. I don't think it's gonna be as big like real battle royal maps, or should I say battlefield maps. So I don't know, but in September we'll find out. But the way everything else feels like, I feel like it's a big lie. I didn't enjoy the maps until they showed that mansion. I did like that one map, that was a nice map. Week 2, it had like, I can't think of the title. It was Modern Warfare 3, I believe, that had the car into the house, and this was gonna feel like it's gonna feel just like that map. So overall, yes, it's gonna be fast paced, and that's what people gonna enjoy. But this whole game, like I've seen other people's reviews, and Black Hole Cocky hit the nail on the head. This game basically felt like somebody called and was like, "Hey, esports is big. Make this game about esports." So I feel that's the reason why they got rid of the campaign. I feel there was a campaign, they just cut it, so be more focused on multiplayer because it's going to be focused heavily on esports. They really want this to be the hugest esports, whatever. That's what it feels like, and everything else got cut because of it. You know, their excuse, oh, most campaigns didn't get finished by players. I played a game, the prior Call of Duty, you know. I played at Ghosts, and Ghosts didn't have a zombie mode. Ghosts had aliens, I believe, remember? It was something different, and it took me some time to get that flat, but I could do it by myself. Later on, Advanced Warfare, all that, they had cheap gimmicks, you know, because the zombie trophies. I never got the zombie trophies. I always got the campaign trophies, but I never got to all the zombie ones. I almost did with one, but like I said, teammates, that you're forced to be teamed up, and you have to do missions just to get the trophies, and I can't stand it. Because a lot of times they do their own thing, they jump out the game. It's hard to do. You can't do it by yourself because some of the things they try to make you do to earn a trophy gotta be done with 4 people. And like I said, I ain't got no friends like that, you know? Especially 4 of them at the same time. But, is there a plat trophy for it? I don't know. We'll find out. But this game needed a campaign. It did. I don't care what people say. Taking things away, you know. World War II did this with the war. You're forced to be in war, forced with the team. I didn't like the war mode at all. You know, some zombies I like, and some zombies I don't like. You know, so you just feel forced. You're forced to do whatever. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to get that. So like World War II, I couldn't clap that one. It's like the one before that because you need 4 people to get the zombie trophy. The game has some bad frame rate. There's times, like, even the new map, you look in the sky and it just started crumbling, like, the frame rate would go down and it would look like it was glitching. Frame rate is pretty bad. And like I said, that's just the beta. New game probably, you know, change that, but I don't know. It just got to me, you know, like, the fast pace is too arcadey. It dropped the strategic, the tactical in it. So it's all fast paced. You just run into the other people and you just die. You're not going to get them high kill streaks unless you get the care packages, you know. Some of them are lucky because they're playing with the team and they're sitting in the back, allowing the team members to be who's closer to get killed off while you killed whoever's doing that, you know. It's a cheap way, but that's the ones who get into the kill streaks that way. That's what the game forces you to do. So what I think overall workplace so far with this beta, I'm not happy with it. This is just my own opinion. Some people gonna say, "Oh man, I love how it feels." To me, this is fresh. I love it. Those who wanted the old school Call of Duty, we weren't rewarded. It's not what we wanted. It's another Call of Duty that did their own thing. At least with World War II, they started bringing the fanfare. They changed some of the things with the new director. This didn't do anything. Everything felt like a cheap gimmick to get people to come here, and they picked one hell of the worst time to do it because you got Red Dead Redemption that's coming out, Fallout 76, Spider-Man. This goes on, and this is all in the same, you know, following from the month that they want to come out with, October to December. I mean, it's one of the worst times, you know, just to pull stuff like this. They really try to get this to esports, and the thing is, there's going to be so many good games. This is going to be the one of the Call of Duties that's going to wake them up because a lot of people is not going to play continuously throughout it. At least with World War II, I almost played that for a whole year. Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops, first Black Ops, I played from when the game came out to the next one came out. Okay, every day I played something out, you know. Modern Warfare 3, I broke into top 5. Okay, that lets you know something. But other ones, I drop a little bit less. You know, I get to like the last DLC pack or the second DLC pack. World War II let me through almost complete things. I stopped on Blitzkrieg, you know, and they had the Undead. I wish I came with the Undead, but afterwards I got back in because of the new director, and it did feel good, you know. But Black Ops 4, I'm not feeling at all. It's a Call of Duty that don't feel like Call of Duty. There's so many more negatives. They've broken things that were never broken before. And if they don't change these issues with the final game, right now my decision stands. This is the worst Call of Duty to come out. Period. This beats Infinity Warfare. A lot of people hated Ghost. I enjoy Ghost. I consider Ghost, better than Advanced Warfare, Infinity, but this is the worst Call of Duty because it's not a Call of Duty. It tries to be everything else. This is my opinion. Like I said, don't take it to the heart. There's a lot of trolls. I've always stood by Call of Duty, even so it started going down. But this is going to be a wake up. A lot of people's going. There are people who going. Call of Duty. Every time they come up, look how many copies we sold. This is going to be the first one. A lot of people is just going to fall away and go to other games. There's so many games coming out this end of the year. Holiday season. They picked. They went from November to December for a reason. November to October for a reason. But they didn't bank on Red Dead Redemption 2. That's gonna get him. But I don't know what to say. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of people who's rooting for it because they ain't played the older Call of Duties. They played the last two or whatever. They're big on esports. Those you got the trollers who can't say Call of Duty can do no wrong. But this is the first one ever. I'm not standing behind. I stood by all the others. This is the first time I ever against it. Black Ops 4 is the worst one. I'm already waiting and saying where's Modern Warfare 4 at? Because that's the next year's one. I'm already saying where is it? I'm waiting for it because this ain't gonna be the one. That's pretty bad. I don't see why they didn't put a remaster with it. Everybody thought there was going to be a Modern Warfare 2 remaster. It should have, because it would have kept us. A World at War remaster would have kept us. Modern Warfare 3 remaster, Black Ops 2 remaster would have kept us. This, I'm not feeling. I'm not going to call it trash because, someone's trash is someone's treasure. Other people going to like say, they're going to say this is the best one yet. Me, this is the first time I'm going to say this is the worst. I'm not enjoying it. At least every other game I found something good in. Like with Ghost, I found something good in. Infinity Warfare has something good in it, especially when they did their promotions, every day, especially like December, 21 days or whatever they had. You could get something new, rewards. But this, they didn't listen to the fans at all. They did what they wanted. It feels like, Activision called them up and said, hey, this is what we want, esports, focus on it, get rid of everything else. Let me know what you think of the beta, okay? Some people won't feel what I say, some people not, but don't be an ass and try to be negative or whatever, because, I do got control of replies, I just won't accept what you say, but I do welcome opinions, even if it's negative against what I say. Maybe you hail it as the best. I will accept those, but if you're just trolling or saying F you or whatever, I'm not going to accept that. Till next time, though. Enjoy.